I'm going to be playing in the Setter, which is a British light tank. This is probably going to be my last game because um, I'm going to level it up. I might need one more game after this. I could level it up right now. But the reason why I'm playing it is to complete the light tank mastery mission. Play your class right or something like that. I got to spot 3 tanks without being spotted. So I'm going to go out to this area, and because I want to complete the mission, I'm just going to take a conservative position. I'm not going to go too far. I'm just going to go far enough that I know I can spot something. And I'm pointing on the mini-map where I plan to go. Very important, do not knock trees down. Get in the habit of stopping it. I've been blind firing people if I see them knock a tree down. And people are starting to shoot back at me. So my advice, don't get in the habit of doing it because, people are going to start learning to do it more often. I mean, I got nothing to do. This to me is not a deep position. If you watch me play, I go a lot further. Yeah, he's going to spot me. That's sad. That's going to ruin this mission for me. So there's something wrong with my audio. If you hear an audio problem, I don't know why it's doing it, but I'm going to let that T-71 know that there's a threat out there, even though we don't know where it is. So the one thing I don't like about the Setter is that it's really sluggish. If you get spotted, you'll be really slow to go anywhere. It just kind of not goes anywhere. There's something wrong with, I clicked on that. See, I'm clicking on things and nothing's happening. I need to complete this mission, so I'm going to do it in this tank. Oh, I have a crew training manual. I got the big one where you do like 250,000 for one person. I want to use it. My computer's running really slow. I gotta deal with that issue right now. It's for some reason Google Chrome uses up a crazy number of resources. My computer needs to reboot. I got a message like last week to do a software reboot, and when it says that, my computer starts to behave improperly. It'll start to freeze up, or the mouse won't move anymore. And I notice it's every time that it says that I have to do a reboot and I keep postponing it. I honestly think that they're doing it on purpose to force people to reboot their computers. There was actually a bug with an old version of Microsoft operating system. I think it was Windows NT, where the computer would crash every 45 days. And I don't know if you remember all the way back with Windows 95, you could not delete a file. You actually had to buy a third-party program to gain the ability to delete files. That was one of the huge mistakes with Windows 95. And then there was another one where if you wanted to copy a file, you had to have a certain amount of RAM. So if you wanted to copy a file that was 1 GB, you needed a gigabyte of RAM. Otherwise, you just couldn't copy the file. And if you know anything about computers, that's improper design. So I need to spot 3 tanks. I'm really disappointed that I didn't spot anything. Normally we spot something. There's a bush right over here you can go park in. From here you'll spot the heavy tanks. There's a chance I might make it. We don't know. So you come up over here. Obviously there's a bush over there and there is one over here. They spotted me. I've got the 60 TP backing me up. I do have to watch out for the bat chat. The weird audio, I don't know what's causing that, but maybe it'll be fixed after I reboot my computer. So one tip, if those tanks come after you, hightail it out of here. I do not have success when you got all these tanks chasing after you. The audio keeps cutting out. Wow, isn't that weird? Ah, I'm not getting any spotting damage. This is just a waste of time for me to be here. Yeah, so those audio problems are some sort of a technical issue. I hit him for 328, so that's using the reverse gun depression. You go like this. Hit him for 300. Obviously, I'm going to wait for him to fire. Ah! Okay, because I was typing, I didn't do the proper maneuver to avoid the bat chat. And I got a little bit of latency. My vehicle is not properly responding to keyboard commands. I know from playing the bat chat that the reload is around 5 seconds. I wish I knew exactly where that Foch was. Ah! Okay, so there's an issue. My tank drove much further than I wanted it to because of my latency. It's hard for me to play peeking over ridge lines because of the latency. The vehicle will drive further than I want it to. And then it will go past the bush and I'll get stuck out in the open. I wanted to turn the binocs on to see if anything was there. So we're just going to scare these guys up. Took my hand off the keyboard at the last second to aim in. Now the grill is up there, so we don't want him to hit us. There's a likelihood that the Foch is back here, so I do have to be careful for that. No, 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 no. Ah.